Intro songs fucking suck anyways. Who gives a shit? That's what I always say. But here we are back to stream again, everybody. I just gotta waste time until I hear myself. Oh my god, I just heard myself, so we can begin this evening's festivities. Yippee! Woohoo! Now, OBS did just crash, so if it fucks up, it's not my fault. Creedon is already here. Creedon, this is a stream you want to be a part of, I'll tell you what, because we are stealing more of EliteAri's ideas. But, we can't say exactly what yet. And hold on, I just got to remove it from my browser here and make it a little minimized browser, This is how you effectively do the thingies, alright? And then I just got to click this and make sure that this is something and something and true. Okie dokie! What a wonderful stream out. Guess what this is? Like this ASMR stuff right here. I made notes for this stream so we can stay on topic. No, I just wrote down potential topics so we don't run out of things to do. Because that's known to happen around here a little bit. And we've got the big announcement. We'll wait until some more people file in before we get to the big announcement of stealing more of EliteAri's stuff. It's going to just be so exciting this evening. Now, when was the last time we streamed? Oh my goodness, have I watched some documentaries? Oh my god, no, it's not March 26th. I did another one, right? True, March 9th. That was probably right before I left, huh? And today's the day after I got back, so can you believe it? And that means all of the tweets are just my great media consumption. Let me tell you something, I didn't want to start one of my new TV series I gotta start soon. Oh my goodness, we went to the top. Let's just go down through memory lane of all the great things I've consumed this year. Oh, we love it when they're white over here. Now, I did install some ad block right before stream because I was trying to go on a thingy and it had a lot of ads, but I think I might have downloaded a virus because I'm getting some pop-ups. So if that happens, somebody's going to have to help me because I don't know how to work the computer. It's a little difficult sometimes. Now, scroll to the goddamn end. What the fuck are we doing around here? Oh, I got to 30. Now we have to open a new tab. I understand these things. I needed to hide this Google Gemini thing better. Now I got to scroll all the way back up to comment on it. Look at this nonsense. I still haven't beaten those second round Elite Four on this. I did beat Agatha. And it honestly does look like Lance won't be as difficult. I just haven't been focusing. Because when I've been playing my great Nintendo Switch, I've been playing a much superior game. And that is, of course, Pokemon Champions, which we can talk about a little bit later. But true, scrolling down, I watched this 4-part, hour-long each part Winston Churchill documentary. That was okay. That was a pretty good one, I guess. It was about the war. And did you know, right after the war, he got unelected? And then in, the 50s, he came back. And he hated the Russians. Can you believe it? Those dirty Russians. Number 40 is Inside Job. Now, you might be tricked into thinking that this is a real movie. This is a documentary movie made about the financial collapse 2 years after it happened. Could you believe it? This one was pretty entertaining. I watched this on my first night in a hotel room, so it was pretty cool. Pretty weird atmosphere, And, but I don't know, it was a bit silly. All of these ones were kind of silly. These next 3 documentaries, they're all a bit goofy. Even this one. What a documentary should not be doing is filming scripted scenes. They are very lame and not good. In the Churchill one, I even liked the guy as Churchill. I thought his voice was cool. It's kind of like the Churchill voice. And he was giving speeches, and he gave the speeches good. But it's just what? It takes me out of the seriousness. I'm trying to buy into what this documentary is selling as some sort of fact-based exposition. Expedition? And it's getting in the way with all this dramatization that's going on. It was way worse in this Anthrax one, where, the guy that did it is actually some deranged, creepy guy who likes science and was just a big nerd or something. But he also has, 2 personalities to him. So we're doing this... And I think it was Agent Coulson from The Avengers was the actor. And it's there's a bunch of scenes intercut of him, acting, and then, him, swinging on his chair like he's insane, bro, or something. That was real bad. So, this one probably got 4 stars, even though it wasn't the most entertaining one. These ones all got 3.5 stars. And because all of these ones were singular movie ones, they are added to my great letterbox to bump those numbers up. So we got to love that. Inside Job was the most interesting one. I thought the only good ones were about terrorism and stuff, but actually the best ones are about finance and stuff. We've learned that. But also, these ones have been worse than the other ones I watched, which does give me a greater appreciation of the other ones I watched. And definitely the different styles of documentaries are interesting. That Osama bin Laden one was the best one. That was awesome. Even though I think I rated one of them higher than that one. It was like all the weird ways they tried to like find out information, and they're on this massive manhunt. Now that was cool. I'm starting to get over the terrorism stuff. You know, a family, you interview the lady, she's very upset, she was there the day, something. It's very sad, but it's starting to get formulaic, which is more the case in this Oklahoma City bombing one. Who knew about that? Not me. But they blew up a whole building. It was crazy. With a truck or something. Now, that was crazy. And it was some white boys. That was the craziest part. This was also white boys. A lot of white boys in this one. My goodness, I'd be led to believe they were all Middle Easterners, these bad people. But it turns out that was all wrong. So we can take great comfort in that. So yes, this one was about the financial crisis. This one was about a series of events right after 9/11 where a bunch of letters were sent to important people with anthrax in them, and it killed like 5 people or something. But none of the people they were trying to kill. So that was like crazy, and then it turned out it was a guy in a lab in America that did it, and he was like crazy and stuff. And he tricked the people that were investigating him or something, but they caught him in the end. Well, actually, they didn't catch him. He killed himself. So at the end, it's like a mystery. Did we actually get the guy, or is the guy really out there? My goodness. Now, this one, they definitely got this guy. They killed the guy that did this one. He was some white supremacist guy. Could you believe that? They had those back in the 90s. Anyway, those were my many documentaries. I didn't intend to start the stream off talking about boring documentaries nobody cared about, but here we are. Please don't tell me this start stream and Luna's thing's still on. No, I always trick myself into thinking that sometimes. But Creedon is still here, my goodness. I will help you, old man. GG. Why were you in a hotel? I was in New Zealand from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I checked out. And then, can you believe it? They delayed my flight for 17 hours, but don't worry, I transferred into a different one, which meant I had to go to the Gold Coast airport, and then it took me 3 hours to get home because the trains weren't running because they're doing the trains all up for the Olympics in 6 years or something. So the trains are all shut down all month. So, you know, maybe I have to stay inside and work on some videos. I'll tell you, earlier today, I've come back with a great lease on life to make a lot of videos, of course. And I did a decent amount on my Marion Guthrie Black Sails video right before we came to stream this evening. So hopefully I'll finish that one by tomorrow evening, record it, and then maybe the next day I'll get the video out. We'll see, though. And that is topical. No matter what EliteAri's says, the secret to his success is topical bullshit. Black Sails is topical. Don't let him oh, look, it's recommending me Mad Men clips. That means that's topical, too. They don't know our name. What the fuck is this clip? Hey, I'm trying to watch this, so why is it muted? Hey, why is the thingy's not coming up for me to unmute? Why was it actually muted? It's loud in my goddamn ear. I told you I don't know how to work this computer. It was only on 34. What am I complaining about?
They don't know our name because we don't know our name.
Aren't we
True.
CDP?
They had to rename after they merged.
CGC?
Sterling, Cooper, Draper, Price, Cutler, Gleason, and Chaw. It's a mouthful.
SCDP, CGC is a mouthful, but CGC, SCDP is not.
I don't agree.
We've
Funny
each
guy.
lost a partner. Why don't we each lose a letter? Cooper and Cutler. Pardon me?
Well, SCDCC sounds like a stutter and looks like a typo.
Very well. If it puts this to rest, I will gladly withdraw mine.
True, this is a truly epic scene. Do they have the resolution to the matter in this short too? They do not. Well, that was terrific. Thank you for informing us about Cutling, Gleason, and Shaw. We got rid of those assholes, didn't we? Woo-wee. Sounds like so much fun. Trust me, it wasn't fun, but we're not going to talk about that this evening. Now, the amount of documentaries I watched should be testament to that. Oh, I also did start. There's like a 10-part documentary about terrorism plots that were thwarted, and I watched the first episode of that. These guys are going to blow up the subway in New York City like 7 years after 9/11 or something. But the FBI contacted the guy at their mosque, and then the guy at their mosque told them to be careful or something. And so they stopped doing it, but then they arrested them anyway. And one guy tried to like run down the highway really fast and like crash into people, but he just crashed into a guy and nobody got hurt or something, and then they arrested him. Pretty cool. But there was 10 parts of that one. I don't know if I want to watch all those parts, you know what I'm saying? And also I was sleepy, so I didn't want to watch the Oklahoma City bombing one. I watched that one today. I was also supposed to watch Sinners today, but you know, things come up in life. Now, documentaries, true. Pokemon Champions, true. There's a bunch of other things too. I'm gonna go see that drama movie this week, okay? Don't let me get talked out of this, all right? I gotta go to the theaters and watch that drama movie. We're all very excited. And don't worry, I'm on live chat, so I see the Miller the Killer in chat. Now, what did he say? Can't think of something I want to watch less than documentaries. There's nothing in life that goes quicker and is easier to watch than the great documentaries. It's just like a YouTube video, but good. It's terrific. Now, I hate that when I put my great piece of paper in front of my phone, not my phone screen, but my laptop screen here, it's like translucent or something, so I can't actually see the writing. It's very annoying. What's going on with technology nowadays? If I do it against my phone, it's the same goddamn thing. So I gotta lift it up and put it down like this. Let me tell you about Pokemon Champions, the greatest Pokemon game of all time. Now, just like with everything else, you'd be led to believe this Pokemon Champions was a no-good, silly game. But actually, it's a really great game because it's truly spectacular. No, it's just okay. But everybody that's complaining about it is complaining about the wrong things because they're all stupid. Now, the best thing about Pokemon Challenges, what is it called? That's the YouTube channel, Pokemon Champions, is that you don't have all the Pokemon. You only have a few, and every day you can get one more. Terrific. Now, actually, if you win a bunch, you can get a bunch more. I got plenty, because I'm just keep winning. I think I'm Ultra Ball rank or something, and I haven't even played today yet. Also, in my hotel room, I was playing way too much Pokemon Challenges. Champions. Now, what you got to do, everybody, you got to be anti-meta. So you see they've all got Incineroar. So you throw out your competitive Empoleon. Incineroar intimidates him. Your special attack goes up 1,000,000. You surf these fucking losers, and they're all dead. Maybe I should change Surf to a water move that doesn't hit everybody. But I do get a lot of double kills. But I also get fucked up for it because I'm usually sending out a Sneasler at the beginning too to fake out the Incineroar just so I can make sure this motherfucker is dead. So, you got to do that. But anyway, that part of it is great. I was thinking that I was going to make a scripted video defending Pokemon Champions or whatever the fuck it's called. But then I realized you can't record shit on the Switch because it's a piece of shit console for piece of shit people. And you need an Elgato or some shit to record your fucking footage or something. So kill yourself. I don't know if that's the same on Switch 2 or not. Oh my god, can you believe these Switch 2 idiots? I started seeing the videos. They're playing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It's really pissing me off and I'm really jealous. Now, true. Is that the extent of my Pokemon Champions bullshit? Probably. Maybe if the people cared and were playing it too, we would have more to talk about. I'm running that Dragonite they give you. That's pretty good. I put a choice scarf on it so I can hit things really fast. I got a Scizor. Scizor's pretty good. You bullet punch him with Technician, and that's pretty cool. And then I've got Tyranitar, which was the first one I chose. And I was trying to run a Sand team initially with a bunch of Steel types, but they were just getting the shit kicked out of them because... Oh my goodness, a fucking motorbike or something went past. It distracted me. The Sand teams all suck. What can I say? Everybody's running the fucking Drizzle or the stupid Charizard, that piece of shit Charizard with the fucking Drought ability. Now that pisses me off because that fucks with my Surf strategy. Especially when they lead Charizard and Venusaur. That really fucks with me. I don't like that one. Now, what else am I running on this great team? Sneasler? Machamp. Oh, I like Machamp. Now, what's sad for me is I think Conkeldurr is just better Machamp, and I do have him. But I am sticking to the great Machamp just because I think Machamp is cooler. Though I am a pretty big fan of Conkeldurr. Now, chat, let's take a vote. Which do you like better, Machamp? Conkeldurr. I have no idea how to spell Conkeldurr's name. Oh, there's the great Conkeldurr. I don't like Conkeldurr's silly beard, but he looks pretty cool. And then over here, we got the great Machamp. Everybody knows the great Machamp. He's got 4 arms. He'll fuck you up real quick. Look at this guy. Look at it. Legend ZA, he's beating up this piece of shit Halucha. If I see Halucha, I'll fucking kill it with my dynamic punch. How that? Look at this guy. And look, he's got a finger in the air. He's got a championship belt around his waist. Now, this guy's pretty cool, too. He's got 2 fucking cement boulders or something. He's so strong. But he does have a lame-ass beard. Now, he is pretty cool, though. Look at him fucking getting jacked over here. So we'll have a poll in chat if I knew how to do them. We would vote Conkeldurr versus... See, this is my ad block shit keeps popping up. It's giving me ads. What the fuck? More things are happening outside to distract me. I'm getting scared out here, chat. Oh, this is not a good look. I don't like this look on this card. Oh, he's got a full art card. Now, that's pretty fucking sick. Full art cards are fucking sick. Look, the art doesn't go on the border like it does here. It's full art. That's what makes him so cool. But anyway, I like Machamp better, so I'm trying to use Machamp, even though I think it's competitively, viably worse. And that's very upsetting for me. Miller the Killer says, why isn't your laptop plugged in if you're at a hotel? I'm not at the hotel now. I was at the hotel the last, 3 days, before yesterday. Can we please catch up here? My goodness gracious me. Should we start the surprise thing? I want at least 7 viewers before we start it. My next note is that, did everybody see the Great Winds of Winter thingy? It's coming out, everybody. It's coming out. There was a leaked 4chan thing. How would I even get... I don't want to go on Twitter and find it. I should have bookmarked it. What did I bookmark? I bookmarked something recently that I thought was good to talk about on stream. Mother's Basement really likes to tweet a lot. I've noticed that. What is this? Oh my goodness, that was for me to watch later. Oh my goodness, this is from forever ago, so maybe I didn't bookmark anything. So we have an MC go, this is probably some Chainsaw Man discourse. We don't care about that anymore. Because whenever I would bookmark all those things for the Chainsaw Man chapter reviews, I would get the fuck rid of them from my bookmarks after I did the reviews. So that must be one I forgot. Now, I definitely didn't upload anything, huh? Because I was gone. But true, look at this great Naruto. Now, I think these views are fake because it's probably like everybody watching it like 4 times to watch the whole review. But this was cool. And then on here, of course, we didn't have any videos. I will say the Utena video is better than the 3 small scenes video, so that's pretty good. And the shitty Pokemon video. I hate looking at this thumbnail. It's so ugly. Why didn't this video get 1 million views? This great Denji one. It was so good. God, we had some failures of some videos. Look at this horrible thumbnail. EliteAri's, make a better thumbnail for this one and make a better thumbnail for this one. I can't take it anymore. Now, these are some thumbnails and some successful-ass videos. I was getting a bunch of comments on this fucking Dina video. All my favorites. Oh, my God. The great Was Eren Morally Justified video. Oh, my God. Responses to my great comments on the LM reaction things. Oh, spoiler alert for the great LM reactions. But they are doing Pluto right now, which is very funny. It seems like something they definitely shouldn't be doing. Oh, my God. This is an unlisted reaction. I'm leaking things right now. I was just clicking on it to get to the channel. I apologize. You know, I pay for that. Now, and then I was like, why the fuck are they doing Pluto? And then I realized, oh, it's to replace Shitty Monster because they liked Shitty Monster so much. They want to do another Urasawa fucking shitty-ass anime. I don't know. I didn't watch their reaction, so I don't know what they thought about it, but that was very disappointing. You know, they could have done a good anime. And also, fuck off with these pop-ups about how many ads you blocked. You didn't block any ads. I'm on fucking YouTube. Now, EliteAri's was just talking about how great their Andor reactions were. So I did see them react to the movie, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty shitty movie. I don't know if you're going to like that shitty Rogue One movie. Now, if they'd watched a good movie like Star Wars: A Solo Story, now that would have been very adventurous and cool. Also, EliteAri's said he's working on a video. Is he working on Witch Hat Atelier? Is that the new hotness that EliteAri's has to make a video on right now, and that's why he's not here supporting me? My goodness, unbelievable. Sure, you're sick of Gen 1 Pokemon, obvious choice. Machamp is epic. It's got no guard, so, you know, its dynamic punch hits 100% of the time. There's a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon in that game. But no, Machamp's pretty epic, you know. He's not even in the top 10 Gen 1 Pokemon, but he's pretty cool. Would he be in the top 10 Gen 1 Pokemon? Let's not go down that track. I'll be on some fucking comparer thing. Oh, didn't EliteAri's do a new comparer thing? What was it? I watched his stream. He made a tier list or something, but that tier list seemed lame. That's the wrong account. What the fuck is the dumb EliteAri's new name? I forget what it was. I could go into history, but I'm scared of what we'll find there. But anyway, he did that thing on stream. We don't need to do that on stream. Anyway. I also noticed the great show Euphoria is back, so if we're ever going to jump on the bandwagon for that thing, it should be soon. But they are doing weekly releases, so I got like 7 weeks to do it, Lamau. Oh my God, we didn't talk about the Winds of Winter thing. There was some 4chan post about how the Winds of Winter was totally coming out, bro. He's from the marketing company, and, you know, the reason why George hasn't said anything in like 2 years is because the company told him to go dark so they could announce it or something. But then the publishing company came out today and said that wasn't true, which people are taking to mean that it is absolutely true because there's been a bunch of other rumors, but they never disqualified them. But maybe they did and the internet just doesn't know. So anyway, the Winds of Winter is totally coming out, guys. So everybody get excited. Oh, you know what a tremendous thing I did before I went away? Is obviously on my great computer inside, I have 1 million tabs open and everything. Because I had to actually shut the computer down because I was going for like 4 days. And, you know, you can't just leave it in sleep mode for 4 days. That's crazy. Now, you probably can. I don't know. But I just got rid of all the tabs, so I'm feeling very free and light at the moment. I've got no tabs open. I got rid of all those videos I never needed to watch anyway. And, you know, we're feeling tremendous and free right now. So that's pretty cool. Other things. Oh, I talked about this guy's video essays sometimes. Looney Tunes something. Is it going to come up? It's definitely not going to come up. The guy, oh, it did come up. This guy, he makes the I can't believe this was 3 months ago. It took me 3 months to watch this fucking video. But I finally watched the last video on this thingy. He has like 10, first of all, this guy makes crazy amounts of minutes of videos, like quickly. Look, he made a shitty Suzumiya video 20 years later. I'm still not watching it, Heath. Well, actually, we'll talk about that in a second. I'm not watching it, but we'll talk about that in a second. The Merry History of the Looney Tunes or whatever. This shit was awesome. I loved this video series, and he ended it with a big 3-hour one, which is basically like everything that happened in the last 40 years when they became kind of irrelevant. But, you know, it was pretty cool. I like all these videos, and we finally finished them 6 years ago. I feel like I probably talked about this on stream 6 years ago when this first part came out. I ain't trying to watch it. Did you know the first Looney Tunes was this black caricature? That wasn't very nice of the Looney Tunes, I'll tell you that one. But actually, they were called the Merry Melodies back then. And then Porky came along. I think Porky was the first main guy. And then Daffy was a Porky character. And then Daffy got his own stuff. And then Bugs showed up. And then Sylvester and Tweety. And then that silly Roadrunner. And then these guys you don't know because they went into a little bit of a rut. But my goodness, look, he's getting millions of views here. Anyway, everybody should watch these great videos. And, you know, I finished them. So I felt like we should talk about it at least that little bit. Or at least I wrote it down on my notes to bring it up. So we've got two places now. We've got the thing we're stealing from EliteAri's that's super exciting, and we've got the keeping secrets thing, because I got to keep track of what I'm supposed to be keeping secret. So these are the following secrets, all right, without the secretive part revealed. So we've got the secret of the next thing I'm consuming to surprise EliteAri's with. That maybe we'll try to do before the end of the month, but judging on the number of episodes, it's probably not going to happen before the end of the month. I'm also keeping secret the next little TV show review series I'm doing. Actually, no, I think I revealed it, right? Or did I? No, did I tell Minty or Ari or something? Fuck off with these pop-up ads for the ad block I got. You see these little seasonal review things with these pretty thumbnails that I like that started with Succession that went into industry? We're doing another series like that. Now, it's not Breaking Bad. I know everybody's super excited for it to be Breaking Bad, but it's not that. We hate Breaking Bad here. But we do want to watch Better Call Saul, so we better suffer through it. Now, besides the point is what that is. So I'm pretty sure the next series I'm doing like that, I'm keeping a secret. So we'll do that. Though I definitely told somebody. Then there's like a new thing that I'm going to try and keep up with, but I don't want the reveal to be until I make a video about it or something. So I may be keeping that a secret. And there's one other thing. Oh, and I'm bringing something back. Oh, very exciting. But I'm keeping that a secret too. Also, I don't know if anybody in chat likes Witch Hat Atelier's manga or whatever, but you know, if EliteAri's finishes that anime and he wants to read the manga or something, that could possibly be a new contention for our Silly Chainsaw Man review series, especially if it does get popular from this anime. I looked it up and it only has like 95 chapters or something, but then it was like a monthly series, I think. Also, I totally thought that was a Jump Plus series, but it's not at all. It's one of those Kodansha series, like Attack on Titan or some shit. It's in a seinen magazine. Then why was it so kiddie in that chapter I read? Also, I think I'm confusing it with a different first chapter I read one time, but I don't remember what that was. That was like a guy in a train and he was going hunting or something. It was weird. And it wasn't that Hunter x Hunter show I know some of you know about. But anyway, those are the things I'm supposed to be keeping secret. So let me keep them things a secret. Also, I think we're doing Utner at the end of this week, so then we'll only have the movie and then we'll do that. Also, I messaged the great group chat today. And before the end of the month, I either want to do Bakano or Fooly Cooley. And I'm going to let everybody in the great group chat vote on this to see what they would prefer to do. Now, can you believe this piece of shit EliteAri's responded to this message and said he would rather do either? So we should beat the shit out of him. If you say either to a yes or no, you should be killed. But also, I proposed our next long-form series. Of course, we did all the Evangelions. We did Fire Punch. We haven't really done too much of a super long-term series with the four of us. But we had been thinking about Legend of the Galactic Hero, so I proposed that, and I also proposed The Great Sopranos. And we'll see which one wins, and we'll do either one of those, or maybe they will revolt and want to do something different. I don't fucking know these things. But EliteAri's voted for Legend of the Galactic Heroes over The Sopranos? What is this guy, fucking retarded or something? What a loser. Anyway. Such is the things. Also, we've obviously got the great Naruto going on, of which I have watched no episodes yet. I was so good last time in watching the episodes one day at a time, but not this time. Honestly, I'm much more excited to watch these episodes, actually, because I really don't remember a lot of them. Even though I remember it being fundamentally fucking boring, it's funny, I don't really like the last two arcs of original Naruto we've got left, so hopefully they wow me. You got me for 10 minutes, hurry up. Well, sadly, I can't vamp anymore. I think we are out of the great notes here, and we've got to reveal the thing we're stealing from the great EliteAri's. Oh my goodness, what could it be? Of course, it's the great wheel. If EliteAri's won't do it, we're gonna do it, everybody. Now, we've got some special rules for how I will be conducting my wheel. Now, if we had enough viewers today, we could have spun the wheel today, but in fact, we will not. So what's going to be happening? Now, EliteAri's wheel sucks because a bunch of shit nobody cares about gets picked because anybody, just anybody, can recommend something on shitty EliteAri's.com. That sucks. He spins Citrus or The Gentleman or something, and nobody gives a shit about any of this. Yuri something, Bookworm Diaries, nobody gives a fuck. So how this is going to work, I know where you think this is going. You think it's going, well, subscribe to the Patreon and you'll get a thingy. That's not true, though you will. But you will get them in other ways. So what this right now I have 8 slots open. Now we could up this. But what's going to happen is each core community member is going to get 1 slot. Now, so EliteAri's gets a slot. Shitty Miller the Killer gets a shot. Mr. Gems will get a slot because he'll say Gurren Lagann or something. This is the only way I'm going to be watching that shitty show. Creedon will get a slot. Basically, the criteria is if I think you're notable enough. And that's the criteria I'm going with. Now, you also have to show up to give your suggestions. So I told EliteAri's about this today, and I told him to give me a suggestion, and he didn't. So you better fucking think about it after a shitty Witch Hat Atelier fucking video is out, and give me a suggestion. He's not wasting this. But like, somebody like Jockey Bacon probably isn't getting a vote. He doesn't show up to streams, by goodness gracious me, even though he's a big community member. So we'll go through things, and we will grab certain things. Now, also, I have ultimate veto power. If I say choose something else, I don't give a shit about that, I will do it. But I don't think I'll do that in case I really don't want to do something, or it's like super long. Now, the other aim will probably be to do at least one of these things a month. Obviously, I'm not a consuming loser like EliteAri's. EliteAri's will just consume. I hate consuming. So well, I guess I should just do it whenever I finish one. But then I'll probably want to wait because, this fucking thing. Now, this brings into a big piece of contention. What if one of the things I'm trying to, like, surprise somebody with, or one of the things I'm keeping a secret is something somebody suggests? I'll just have to come up with a good excuse in the moment to, like, tell them to fuck off, right? I guess I got to do that. I didn't think that could be a foregone problem. What else did I write down here? Avoids it getting clogged up with suggestions from nobodies. True. Sometimes we would spin the EliteAri's wheel and we would say, who the fuck suggested that? And there would never be an answer. So this way should avoid such things. We'll obviously spin this on stream to get the big stream viewership. And then we can upload it after the fact or whatever as a little video, spin the wheel. Now that's crazy. Now, I think that's it. What are people saying? Got to read the Legend of the Galactic Hero books. This is true. They're like light novels or something, or maybe it's just a one big thing. Can you put One Piece on it? I can't. Hint, hint. If you're on Kyle's pirate crew, you get a slot. True. The truest Nakama all get a slot. So is Creedon still here, or did he fuck off? Because Creedon can get a spot. Creedon's around enough. Now, like, it's interesting. There's names like Trip, who's usually in chat. Now, he probably just slots in. But there was, like, a guy called Tanner that came to a few streams. Maybe he doesn't get in. And I was thinking maybe I should do something like if I upload the wheel spins onto YouTube, I'll be like, you as a lowly commenter can get your thing on the wheel, but you have to comment 3 months in a row or something to prove that you're a real boy. Or something like that. But basically, I think it'll just be up to me. So if we think about it, hold on, let's get the notes up. Let's actually buzz this out. So Miller gets a vote. Mr. Gems gets a vote. Creedon gets a vote. Heath obviously gets a vote. EliteAri's gets a vote. So those are am I missing people? Minty doesn't show up to streams anymore, so he can sit his white ass down. I don't know, I guess Trip would be the next one I'm thinking of. But I'm out of all my chatters. That's all I got nowadays, you know. But anyway, just put Skypiea on it. Obviously, we would be putting Syrup Village on it. Miller the Killer, you're stupid and dumb. But also, never mind. I'm not saying that. Shut up. Oh my goodness, I forgot this was a double-sided note. And I've got all the things I was supposed to do today. Oh, stream, the wheel. These are 2 things. Oh my god. True. And those are things I don't want to reveal. Oh, I gotta watch some Utna episodes today, let me tell you. The next Utna episode I have to watch is that Nanami's egg one from EliteAri's. And honestly, that's killed all the momentum I had, because I was like, oh, I already know about this episode. This isn't even cool. Skypiea is getting vetoed, Miller the Killer. You're gonna have to come up with something else. Which, honestly, what the fuck is Miller the Killer gonna come up to? I should honestly... So what I should do is I should, like, do Gurren Lagann. Which I'm assuming is what fucking... How the... It's some weird spelling. Tab over. Gurren Lagann. 2 N's. Which fucking idiot named this one? And then I'll put, like, Mr. Gems. So we know who's responsible for such things. Now, obviously, Mr. Gems isn't here to defend himself right now, so he could change his vote if he really wanted to. Why is it... Make the font smaller so I can see the whole thing. My goodness. Also, this one does have proportionalities. This is literally the one EliteAri's uses. I went to one of his old streams and found the URL. And this is what made me get my ad blocker, because there was a million fucking ads popping up. But now there's no popping up. So obviously we're not going to do this today, but spread the word far and wide that everybody needs to get a thingy and put it on the goddamn list. Now, Gurren Lagann is on the longer side of the things I'll accept. It's just a meme at this point how much Mr. Gems wants it, and it will be very funny to watch the wheel spin and him not get it a bunch of times. Oh my goodness, I already got a window open. I just made it small so I didn't spoil it when I opened stream. So we'll keep this in an alternative tab and think about such things in the future. Now, I did watch some Innuendo Studios videos. I did watch this one. It mentions like that silly game EliteAri's like, so I put it in the EliteAri's stream thing, and I think it'll be funny if EliteAri's watches that video. Other than that, I don't think I watched any frickin' videos. And I'm out of my great topics. So what the frickin' hell? Mine is Mario Odyssey or Galaxy. Probably Odyssey, Galaxy now. No, I'm vetoing that too, because right now the plan is to do the NES games first. But should I do it? Actually, should I just leave it up to fate? Should I allow Mario Galaxy? I kind of want to. Playing them out of order isn't a big deal. I've already played a bunch of fucking stupid Mario games out of order. I've never finished any of them, but... Miller the Killer, you gotta push a little harder here. Convince me. I mean, why not? It might not even get it. And it does feel like I do want these... I don't want Miller the Killer to give me some random fucking movie. I need it to be Miller the Killer identifiable. And Super Mario does it. Now, a funnier one might have been that stupid Mario movie. But let's go with Mario Galaxy for Miller the Killer. That is how it's spelt, everybody. It's very cool. Update wheel. Why is it saying Marion? That's the lady I'm making a video on. Not. Why does it not show the whole thing? I'm on protest. Wheel update. So we do have 2 things. Silly Creedon isn't here to give him. You're never beating Mario 1, let alone Lost Levels. Now, that is true, but I'm going to train myself on these great NES games. But these NES games aren't just about Mario. So, you know, we can play things out of order. It's good for ya. I watched that silly Pluribus Vince Gilligan show first, and I feel none the worse. Oh my goodness, look at this nonsense. This shit's out of date. I don't even have my great documentaries on here. I took The Great Gatsby with me on my great journey. I didn't read any of it. Every time I've gone on a plane, I've taken a book. But instead, I just downloaded a bunch of, like, YouTube videos and watched them instead. I was re-listening to me and EliteAri's talking about Blonde on the plane a little bit. So that was funny. The greatest movie of all time. Can you believe EliteAri's loves it so much? Originally, my idea was going to be, like, 4 people get slots... And then, like, I put 4 things on. But then that's not even fun. What if my shit gets chosen? Nobody gives a fuck. So we have to have it be the people. Oh, I was trying to go to the video essay thing. So go back, you stupid idiot. Oh my god. A PS2 platformer video. That could be a great video. Oh my god. Is this... Oh no, this is Nazis. I was like, is this Nazis or Churchill? But they are from the same time. Don't click on any of these videos about what the Nazis did being wrong, because every single comment with like 1,000 likes is going to be about how it's a lie and they didn't actually do anything wrong. Let's see if it is like this. So you click on this video about what happened to SS officers, something, families or something. I don't even think they got in trouble. Poor children, I can only imagine. Ah, yes, famous SS man occurring. All right. This one doesn't have a lot of views, all right? And why am I getting a bunch of comments with 11? Maybe they deleted all the comments. So that's why this one. I'm telling you, all the Nazi stuff's got a lot of Nazi comments. I've been noticing, because I've been watching a lot of them. Pull a Pokey Madoka Magica side story. Isn't it crazy that these things exist and nobody talks about them? Are they going to be in this next movie? Why haven't we watched this show yet? Why hasn't at least EliteAri's watched this show to say if it was good or not? It's just like a whole Madoka Magica spin-off. Why haven't we read Attack on Titan before the fall? Is somebody gonna frickin' recommend that one? Comparing the original Crash trilogy, now that sounds like a video. Let's see if this person's got any frickin' brains. If you got some brains and some balls, you're gonna say Crash 1 is the best one. Nope, this idiot's got a stupid avatar that's leaning on the desk. He's gonna say, Crash 1 was a good foundation on which the rest were built. Which is what it says on my backlog review, so, you know. The pot is calling the kettle black. Can you believe it? Wait, so why is One Piece vetoed? Because when I said I was keeping something a secret that's coming back, it was One Piece, Miller the Killer, you fucking annoying idiot. You know I am fragile with these things and I give away my secrets. So I'll start Syrup Village tomorrow or something. Leave me the fuck alone. EliteAri's at Alabasta, and I don't remember exactly what happened, so I gotta start. Jesus Christ. What an idiot. Embarrassing. Otherwise, Syrup Village would have been a great pick. But what, am I going to do one arc every other month when it gets spinned on? That would be stupid. And also, I'm going to beat Mario. I can do it. Ay, ay, ay. Let me stretch. Let me stretch. What's this idiot?
If you remember running away from boulders, running away from polar bears, and running away from...
Oh my god, this guy's Australian, I think. Oh my god. Where do these losers keep coming from with 100,000 subscribers and I got 10? Unbelievable. Resident Evil 2, comparing... Oh, does this do comparing every version? I love these videos. I watch the comparing every version. But this one's different. How bad is DBZ for Connect? I played that game a little bit, I think. I always watch these, the Final Fantasy versions of this to see which version I want to play, or which version is, or if the version I own is close enough to the original for me to play it. Yeah, right, buddy. I'll believe it when I see it. Well, the genius was you were going to see it one day and be surprised, but you had to ask all these frickin' questions and ruin it in my chat room.
From dinosaurs, then you grew up playing the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, and this year the original game turns 30. That's right, you're old. So I wanted to revisit it, and the other two games...
I wasn't there, you dumb fuck.
Make up the PlayStation trilogy to see how well each entry built on its predecessor and to figure out if these original PS1 games still hold up. There is a lot to cover here, so let's get straight into it and begin with the game that started it all, the original Crash Bandicoot released in September 1996. And this really is one of the most iconic openings to any video game as we...
True, we washed up on a beach. We gotta play these Spyro games. If I was rich, you know, I'm always going to these CEX stores or whatever they're called. That's where I bought my great Mario Galaxy games. And, you know, one of the stores has, like, the first two Spyro games behind a glass, and they were only, like, $50 each. And I said, what's $100? But then I decided not to buy it.
We see our protagonist wash up on the beach. And this first level was all about introducing players to 3D platforming because you have to remember...
Why is bro walking around the boxes?
96. The PlayStation had just come out in the US a year prior, and the Nintendo 64
was just like every video. Somebody, because I'm too lazy to do it, this is a $50 idea, you know, not quite a $1 million idea, but I will think it's funny, so people should do it. Is that you've got to collect videos on a subject and just show them in, like, succession and show that literally every single idiot on YouTube says the exact same shit every time. Like, this is so true with the Pokemon Coliseum videos. Every Pokemon Coliseum video that's ever existed is going to start, this ain't your typical Pokemon game, bro. This guy blows up the thingy at the beginning, and he doesn't start with a shitty starter Pokemon. He starts with 2 evolutions, the coolest Pokemon. Now, this game's all about double battles. Did you know that, guys? And double battles are a little tricky. Love them or hate them, Coliseum's got them. Did you hear that it's also got a sequel game called Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness? And it's the same shit for 15 minutes about how, and their weird little anecdotes about their little playthrough. Every Crash Bandicoot game or video is exactly like these videos. And, you know, that's appalling, frankly. Video was probably fine, you know. He's not the problem here. The trend's the problem. Crash to Insanity is a beautiful, fun, soulful, bad game. That is true, bro. This game is fucking annoying. But, you know, we can't just be watching Crash Bandicoot videos out here. Mad Men, great at doing what you're told. True, Lane Price was great at doing what he was told. Oh my god, the ladies are reacting to Cody Rose's little torn pectoral muscle. That's pretty good. Mother 1, GBA, any percent. Can you believe Mother 1 is on the GBA? These Mother games, we've got to play these ones. Oh my god, industry. Real Wall Street expert and instructor reviews BBC's Industry Episode 1. Now, that's crazy. Whoa! Don't be kissing, girls. That's a spoiler. First people to play PlayStation 2 in 2000. Oh my goodness, what did they say? I'm actually curious. Did they say, it looks fucking real, bro? I bet they said it was fucking real. Wasn't the Dreamcast or some shit already out? Bro, E3 used to be cool. Now we get fucking Nintendo Directs. Fucking Spider-Man. That shit's real. Do an interview. This isn't what the people thought. Well, I guess it doesn't even say that. True, it had a DVD video. Oh my god, that WWF is here.
It's amazing, like you actually feel like you're driving.
It's real.
The effects on the game are out of control. It's amazing, like you actually feel like you're driving, but I got a slow car. I didn't get the good car. Sure. So I want to go back in and get the good car so I can beat everybody.
Brother didn't get the good car. What's he doing?
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it even in the arcade. It's incredible.
These people are like 50 now. Maybe 50, like 5.
I need to get one. The graphics are so real that I can't even know what to say. It looks like there's even emotional responses on the faces of the characters. You can't believe it.
It's real. The past are real, the fakes are real, the moves are real. Everything.
They found one lady here. This
Even
is
the audience
crazy.
is real. No, that's really good. I like that.
Bro, that shit was weird. Oh my goodness, the black girl was playing basketball. That was racist. Oh my goodness, why Uncharted 4 still feels next gen? Because it's the freaking greatest game of all time. How to hurt a character, pain is not enough. Wow, and we've got the great Jinx here because she was lame and was not good. I don't want to watch any of these frickin' videos. The 15 greatest promos in modern wrestling history? This list is going to be fucking retarded, I just know it. It's by the great What Culture. These guys used to be a big deal. So hold on, let me think. It's the bald guy. The MJF promo from the thumbnail probably should be number 1. Though it loses all of its luster in, like, retrospect. But at the moment, that shit was crazy. Now, the Cody undeniable one. The Cody Paul Heyman one when they both cried. Some lame shit's going to be on here, like anything with Roman Reigns in it. Like, that's my announcer table. That one will be on here. Some terrible John Cena ones will be on here that won't be good at all. Yes, he's Simon from whatculture.com. If there's any Charlotte ones on here, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. There's the best friends breaking up or whatever the fuck. Kevin Owens and Jericho will be on here. Mark Briscoe, is this when his brother died? I don't remember this. But I'm sure it was so sweet. No, actually, this might be a different funny one.
A dude with the magic to make it feel like he's just a guy.
I'm trying to fast forward here.
Heart. Dare I say it, he is a gift to all elite wrestling. If he just needs to fire off a quick few words, he can be charming and funny, whereas when he wants to make you care, yep, he's got that too. The promo we want to talk about more specifically today went down on
Oh, The Rock did have some good ones when he came back.
Who knows what happened behind the scenes to get us there, but it was a net positive on screen. It was some of Dwayne Johnson's best working years, and he'll turn pivot also allowed Rocky to remind everybody that he is definitely one of the best talkers ever. On March 15, 2024, he took all of this and threw it in the air when he decided to focus on Cody Rhodes' mum as he cut a promo from his gym. It all tied into how childish Cody's fans were being, and after adopting the voice of a kid, The Rock asked if we were kidding me. You start crying. I can't give the belt to Dusty. Promo is actually an underrated gem. Him leaving AEW had been totally unthinkable, especially because in 2019 he was one of...
Wait, what is this one?
Please excuse my language. Of course, before all this, Rhodes had been talking about the weight belt he was going to give the person who bore him, and apparently The Rock wasn't very impressed. The rest of it is gold too, although really just find of any of the final boss's promos, and he did just do it on his mobile phone, and you're going to be having the best times. An unhinged maniac, but that's perfect for wrestling. Do not forget the beatdown in front of the American Nightmare bus as well, which also deserves a shout out. But good grief, I tell you, my friends, it just made the road to WrestleMania 40 an absolute joy.
Get to the Cody part.
Okay,
so this is his first one back.
He broke the throne. Also, he went and did just that. He something to it. Allowed everybody in the audience. Nice, I'm doing. People would at least know the real AEW was how he...
Wait, which Will Ospreay one?
The idea of finishing the story became a plot point people really cared about for years, and that is some doing. Still remember when all those news reports broke? Nobody thought it was true, and nobody actually thought he'd come back and do all of this. It has been a riveting success. Number 12, Will Ospreay wants the title. The big talk when Will Ospreay arrived in AEW was how he was going to adapt to the weekly American-style promo.
I don't watch wrestling anymore, so I don't know any of this.
He got a lot of fans on board, so yeah. Oh yes, a lot of Tony Storm need to worry about Will and the mic. He's found his niche, as long as he continues to run with it, he's probably going to hit a lot more home runs. Number 11, Tony Storm in a single sentence. So yes, a lot of Tony Storm promos do indeed include smut and innuendo. Can't say it hasn't worked though. She is one of the most beloved wrestlers on the AEW.
I don't watch wrestling anymore. I don't know these ones.
It was great again. Number 10, Ricky Starks comes of age. A great promo could offer...
This one was good. It was
Be one that leaves you with a changed idea. Your brain jumps from, there is no way so-and-so can win a world title, to, oh my gosh, he's the guy, even if beforehand it felt so unlikely. That's why a promo is so important. You can plant that...
I do remember this.
Which is another power the promo can have. You go through Hangman Adam Page's work in AEW, most of it is pretty damn mature.
Wait,
and tie
which
into your
Hangman
chat.
one
That's
is
exactly
it?
what these motherfuckers did. Number 9, Hangman Page is a man. So if you actually go through Hangman Adam Page's work in AEW, most of it is pretty damn credible.
Sounds like
If you
a
remember
new
bad match, you
one.
remember a bad promo. I mean, some haven't been as good as others, but overall he's having a pretty damn good run. And seeing his searing conviction work beautifully, especially given where we were going to go into... It didn't matter who he was up against, or two big dudes or two big women. He was never going to stop fighting. Number 8, Big E wants to see big meaty men slapping meat. This was an absolutely crazy pull, but go and watch professional wrestling today. When you do have two big dudes or two big women in a ring, do you know what the fans chant? Different story. This dude, Hero Man, I will love him forever. Number 7, Sami Zayn welcomes you to his house. Let's also remind ourselves what the idea behind a promo is, and it's all in the name. It exists to promote a match, and of course, fans. And that's exactly what Sami Zayn did in his hometown of Montreal on the SmackDown before the Elimination Chamber.
The Montreal.
All you have to do is bask in the electrifying crowd reaction.
Every other funny one he did was better than that one.
It's not something they do. The absolute icing on the cake is that he is busy. But yeah, that's pretty good. Number 6, John Moxley will kill or be killed. So in 2023, John Moxley had become something of a meme because he just loved bleeding in wrestling matches. And look, if that's what gets him off and he is having a good time. It doesn't need to be said though that Moxley is an absolute pro wrestling genius. A one-match show. That stuff was beneath him. Down for all of a sudden he switched his stance. He was back to pro.
I don't remember this promo at all.
He kind of looked like the Fable Womb animal. Much like in this video as possible. And yes, we go to... Mox decided he wasn't going to insult the entire... That was actually an inspiration. And explained that when you are this guy, well, that's exactly what
they're just yapping about this guy forever. Oh, Eddie did have a bunch of great ones.
Moxley, the heart of AEW, and you can totally see why. 5, Eddie Kingston makes a promise. More of an angle than a promo per se, but Eddie Kingston's role in his face-to-face stand for John Moxley to promote the I Quit match at Full Gear 2020 was career.
Well, I wasn't watching during that period, so I was thinking about one of the Punk ones. So how about you say something I know something?
I know what's going to happen. It starts with the call-out of Hangman Adam Page. Punk, and well, a lot of them. Now, incredibly, we are going to start with the promo he cut on the Dynamite from August 17, 2022, and you may remember that one. It starts with the call-out of Hangman Adam Page. Now, I don't want to get into all that nonsense again because we are 3 years removed.
True.
It was not planned, it caused a bunch of issues. I remember fancy booking. Well, it must mean AEW's going to do a three-way. He didn't do it. Day. So honestly, just go and pick any time he has talked since returning on the episode of Rampage a few years ago, and he never misses. Number 3, Kevin Owens with his own pipe bomb promo. Now, this isn't necessarily the best promo that Kevin Owens has cut in WWE, but I wanted to choose one that maybe...
This isn't the shitty Shane one on the table, is it?
Is that you can essentially come up to me and say, hey, sir, who has ever had? I remember at the time this Kabuki Warriors on fire. When Shane Owens came out
God,
as well, you really should
kill
check
yourself.
Cody Rhodes embodies AEW. So going back to that John Moxley promo we talked about earlier and trying to do a comparison here, if he was trying to save the soul of AEW, well, on this night with Cody Rhodes, he was giving birth to it. Now, of course, he wasn't solely responsible for the group effort, but it would have been dead.
True, it's undeniable.
This, of course, was the infamous promo where he promised that he would never compete for the AEW World title in the event of his defeat. And sure, in hindsight, that was a bad idea. But
and then the first one was the thumbnail. True, I'm sure the audience loved that one. But wrestling's lame. Nothing good has ever happened in wrestling. Wrestling sucks. Blind Wave is on Alabaster. Yeah, good idea not letting them pass you. That's upsetting. Can we believe Blind Wave is already there? I swear I saw a thumbnail of them in like Logetown or some shit. Can you believe EliteAri's met Miss Wednesday or whatever? That's crazy. And he loves Laboon the Whale. That's crazy. Too bad he didn't watch the One Piece live action and get spoiled on it, is what I'm saying. Why am I getting so many shitty Don Draper fucking... What do you McCallums? Clips. Shorts. That's what they're fucking called. Now, I do have to pee, so I have to find something to entertain the chat. I remember this. This is the Kendrick Lamar edit. Oh my god. Oh my god, never mind. There's tons of Naruto spoilers in this. Don't be looking at that screen. Not even Miller the Killer can look at that screen. Anyway, the peak of slander. What is this? Oh my god, this is Miller the Killer's favorite guy. Where the fucking... Give me a fucking video. Oh my god, I did watch this today. With him ranking all the Sopranos episodes. He did a bad job. But you know, if there were Sopranos people here, I would do that tier list. Remember when we played higher or lower? That was fun. Maybe I'll do that when I get back. Now, please, that's the same recommendations. I'm getting so many fucking football note recommendations on here. Which Last of Us 2 chapter is the best? Not Ellie Day 2. Miller the Killer doesn't like that one. Did you see? Apparently they're working on number 3 and Uncharted 5. That's some silly stuff coming out of this video games industry, I'll tell you that much. They need to stop recommending me the same fucking thing. Pauline Hanson. Or is that just a different Australian woman? We can't watch that. It's a funny out-of-context video. The most diabolical softlock in Pokemon ever. How can it be diabolical? It's just a softlock. The potential health benefits of retro gaming. I'm scared that if I put that on 9 News, is going to kill me. State of Origin Game 2. Now, that's something we should be putting on. Let's watch EliteAri's react to Andor while I pee, huh? What if EliteAri's shows up right
hello,
after
everyone,
this?
and
This would
welcome
be really
to the
funny.
final
The
Andor
final arc.
season 2 reaction.
We'll
I've
see what
decided
EliteAri's says at the end, huh?
watch the final 3 episodes all at once, and then I'll do one discussion right at the end, because my goodness, I'm excited to watch the rest of the show. Anyway, last time we had Mon Mothma gave a speech, and then she left the Senate and quit, and then she gave another speech that was off screen, and I saw that in Rebels. And then at the end of the episode, Bix left, and everyone in the comments was very mad at me because I thought that Bix was very selfish. We can talk about that in the discussion when we get to it. But yep, I'm excited. Now, these final 3 episodes, like what the hell's gonna happen? I guess it's gonna lead up to Rogue One is my guess. I don't know how close it will be. Like if it's gonna be like one scene before Rogue One, or if it'll still be like 1 year before the Battle of Yavin. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm very excited. Let's just get started. What a surprise, another time skip. How exciting. 1 year before the Battle of Yavin, right? BBY 1. My goodness.
If it doesn't look perfect, you won't engage.
I think we used up all the perfect.
A final mission.
You rang the big bell. I always wondered if it would work.
That's very funny.
I know what we've been chasing.
What does that mean?
Because I found something more critical. Something huge. So now
EliteAri's so fast with these introductions. He's already reacting a minute into the video. This is crazy. That's why he has no fans. He doesn't build up that great personality in the first few minutes. Which is unfortunate, you know. Anyway, EliteAri's said he loved Andor or something. Let's see what he said.
Week, but this time I want to say that firstly, I was incredibly glad that I watched all 3 of these episodes together. They fit in perfectly, much more than all the previous arcs this season, especially. It feels like these 3
Didn't he just do this because he hated reacting and he wanted to get through them?
episodes are
That's
literally
kind of
very
funny.
back-to-back continuous. Like we're following the exact same storyline the whole way through. So I was very glad I watched them all together.
EliteAri's said the great monkey anime was better than this. He said I enjoyed it much better. He said
Luthen
that.
had an interesting thing happen, which is firstly he dies, which is not too unexpected. You know, I think it's been leading up.
Somebody died? Bro, that was a spoiler. We didn't need all that. Wait, let's look at EliteAri's views. Let's laugh at him. Can you believe he cowered it out of this great ReZero video becoming world famous? Oh my goodness. We have to go over my great comment I did on this video. Can I find it? Because I'm not logged in on the great account I did it on. Can you fucking mute? True, 100 ads. Now kill yourself. Total ad block. Where's my great comment? There's so many fucking shitty comments on this shitty fucking video. True. So this video is about how EliteAri's was confused and thought he'd skipped an episode. And I said, why is bro reviewing episode 3 instead of episode 2? Because, you know, I'm tricking him. Oh my god, ranking my top 100 favorite fiction. We got to check this out. Why isn't Miller sending me more Alexander clips? And then they were just so mad at me in the responses. This just wasn't so nice. Bro is on episode 2, they tell me. That is episode 2. That's why the title says. So I'm a little confused. I thought about egging them on further, but, you know... maybe I should stand down. Was confused. It's gone next ep. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck happened, lol? Yeah, it was really odd how it even mentioned. Not in the Philippines yet. True. I suspect that we might still see the aftermath of her brother dragging her as a flashback. I didn't like how IA changes the faces of the characters. Is that the new studio? How many of this anime are actually disappointing too, because I really wanted to see what happened, but then true. Sometimes you just don't see what happens, and it's pretty freaking disappointing, if you ask me. Look at this girl. She's fucking dying, and they just didn't tell you what happened. That was very upsetting. Let's listen to the great Alexander.
So, anyone who knows even just a little bit about me knows that I love ranking things. I have loved ranking things since I was...
Me too, brother. Now get to the list. Is there a list here, or is this an announcement of a list?
Hey,
Top 100 predictions
number 66
document.
Finland Saga, number 55 Bioshock. You know, this was in 2020.
Wait, what is a predictions document? Did he do a predictions and he's going to reconsume everything? But oh my goodness, he does have the document here. So we'll go through and judge certain things.
My top 100 lists over the years. From 2022 to 2025, we've been doing...
Oh no, he does them every year. I see, I understand. Oh my god, 2022. Hunter x Hunter, lame. IQ, lame. Madman, oh. A Song of Ice and Fire books, Umeki no Naku Koro ni. What the fuck is that? Berserk. Now that's a pretty good manga series. Breaking Bad, Medical Soul, that shit sucks for real. Attack on Titan, that's pretty epic. Fate Zero, my goodness. Final Fantasy IX is an interesting one to love so much. Chrono Trigger was lame and lame. Pokemon Platinum is a cool choice for favorite Pokemon game, I guess. The House and Feud of
This is the list.
Muga, we don't know what that is.
Number 79, Rurouni Kenshin Trust and Betrayal. Number 66, Vinland Saga. Number 55, Bioshock. You know, this was in 2022. We go to 2025, you can see some changes, and I add some things. You know.
Oh my goodness, let's go back to the top. Final Fantasy 14. Oh my goodness, he loves that MMO. The Great Madman fell down, so you know this guy's freaking retarded. Wait, Haikyuu is already at number. Oh, well, because we jumped 3 years in the future. We got to see it. Yakuza. We love Yakuza. Attack on Titan overtook Berserk. My goodness, it only got better with time. This is tremendous. A Song of Ice and Fire really went downhill, though.
You know,
he likes Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's pretty lame. So if I'm just skipping to Mario Galaxy, can I just play Final Fantasy VII?
If there are any rises,
this is what Miller the Killer has done to me. It's embarrassing.
I say so next to the work. It went up one position, it went down one position, or it stayed the same. Or if it's a new edition, I added a
Chrono Trigger fell off because it fucking sucks. Xenoblade Chronicles, there's no way that's good. Cyberpunk Universe. We loved Cyberpunk Edge Runners, apparently. Rakugo Shinju, Mother's Basement, really like that one. Twilight Princess, is that really the best frickin' Zelda game? Animal Crossing for the GameCube, that's like the first one.
+9.
Gotta play that one. Naruto is at like 30.
Say so next to the work. It went up one position, it went down one position, or it stayed the same. Or if it's a new edition, I added a +9.
Naruto is at 22.
Things have changed, you know. SpongeBob SquarePants, number 57. Steins Gate.
SpongeBob's pretty epic, bro.
Number 56. Super Mario Sunshine. You know, they've gone up, they've gone down, etc.
Super Mario Sunshine.
And it is coming up now. Actually, I plan to release this video.
Oh my god, this guy loves Nana.
Before this happens, because April 13th, Monday, April 13th, where I
Disco Elysium. I knew that shit was overrated for real. Oh no, these are, what is this? His favorite characters or his favorite music? Now, I do want to do something like this, but, you know, I got to do my great top 10 list. Where's the lists? But the problem is I need to have actual lists. Like, I don't have enough for TV shows. I really don't have enough for anime. The only anime I'm confident in is these ones, because they're the ones I've rewatched recently. With manga, there's way too much shit on here. Vinland Saga needs to be number 10 at least. We got to get rid of these. Fujimoto one-shots, that can't be on the list. Now, video games, I mean, this is kind of a wacky list. Though it is hard to see if anything would ever crack this list. I don't know. You probably beat Far Cry 4, right? That was a really fun game, though. Characters were fine. Scenes were fine. Soundtrack is a weird one. What do you even do with soundtrack? I think I must have been listening to Boardwalk Empire when I was doing this, because it's at number 1 for some reason, and I don't know if that's true. It's got some cool songs, though. Neon Genesis Evangelion Berserk Trilogy, the good one, the good Berserk one. Oh, Berserk TV series, that one sucks. Revolutionary Girl Utner is obviously on there, and Cowboy Bebop is obviously on there. I'm sure I'm missing things. Pokemon Emerald, bro, it has the best soundtrack. Something like that is true. Glowing Deck 307 says, I am one of 3 viewers. Oh my, that is impressive. That's very unique to be one of 3 in the world. I don't think I've ever seen Glowing Deck in the chat before, unless I'm forgetting things. Though you are number 3 right now. That's very impressive. Oh, I can't click on fucking channels on my fucking phone. Oh my god, I just got rid of EliteAri's. I wanted that tab. Saying hello me? That's me. My goodness. I gotta switch headphones. My goodness, my ear is hurting. Wait, now I want to see all this stupid list. Are they all, if I click on this document, can I see like all the other ones? Or are they just, is this just the one predictions? Oh no, you're supposed to predict what it'll be. Oh my goodness, that's fun. His My Anime list is PayPal. I should put a PayPal in my descriptions. Miller, I know you got the fucking quick link for all this guy's list. There's no way you don't. Actually, maybe they're in these videos. My favorite media experiences of 2025. One Piece live action discussion. I bet he loved it. So I started Dragon Ball. Favorite media experiences. No, I want favorite characters. Video games of all time. My goodness, we can judge this one at the very least. Room tour. You don't want to see a room tour of my room, everybody. Killua's Journey of Self-Worth. Oh my goodness, he must have put this on the second channel because I got something. Why Animal Crossing on the GameCube is my favorite one. I want to know. Oh my god, reactions to Arcane that are 3 hours long. That's epic. Tribute to Lancer, Fate Zero. We don't like Fate Zero. Fate Zero sucks. Oh my god, Attack on Titan reactions. Tristan Taylor to punch a boulder. Oh my goodness, is this a Yu-Gi-Oh thingy? Scattered thoughts of Naruto Land of Waves arc. Oh my goodness, I did that arc. I did that video. I have been watching you for years since AOT stuff in 2021, but I never joined a stream. Now that's scary. We don't need no old timers around here. They might know some embarrassing and compromising details. Boardwalk Empire's peak. Now that's a chatter I can get behind. Somebody that's seen the great Boardwalk Empire. I was reading something recently. I was on all the LM reaction Patreon things whenever I'm trying to get them to react to a Boardwalk Empire, and people be blaspheming. Can you believe these Boardwalk Empire idiots think Season 3 is the best season? And think Season 4 sucks? Oh, we gotta get rid of these people. I don't know what the fuck to do with them. But anyway, we're finding out about the greatest video games of all time.
Of all time, and we go through the drops, the rise.
Oh my goodness, he's got so many games. Super Mario Galaxy, embarrassing for Miller the Killer underneath mouthwashing, seriously.
The new additions and
God of War Valhalla, he loves it.
Where we go through
Is The Last of Us Part 2 on here? I'm seeing Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That game sucks. Wait, is there just a list we can look up? My backlogged. Oh my god, why aren't we following Alexander on backlog? Does he have a letterbox? Am I logged in? I am. Favorite games? Well, spoilers. Recently reviewed. Red Dead Redemption 2. Bro's playing all the video games. Bro gave Tears of the Kingdom 2.5 star. A poorly structured, confused, empty mess of a game that sells itself on being a sequel that builds upon its predecessor yet fails to establish much of its own impact and leads into the Breath of the Wild delivered Miller the Killer's on suicide watch right now. He doesn't like the sound of this at all. Final Fantasy series ranked. He did have some Pokemon series ranked. My goodness, this is infinite content right here. Wait, I want to... Games, character studies that I love. True, we love a great character study out here. Anyway, to get this list, I think we're going to have to wait for him to yap about all this. Or I could just follow the fucking URL, you know. I'm sure ChatGPT could get it for me. Nier Replicant, Final Fantasy VII PT, Ace Attorney Bioshock, Soul Silver version, Final Fantasy Remake, that's not a good game. Metal Gear Solid 2, Pokemon Emerald version. I see this Omori or something. I looked at this game's page one time. Paper Mario. Look, what are all these GameCube games he's got going on? This guy's old. Final Fantasy X. Speed it up, chump. Persona 3. Persona's not good. It looks ugly. The Witcher 3. Could you believe it? Everybody loves that game. Paper Mario, Bloodborne, Nier Automata. I was thinking about Nier Automata today. I don't remember why. Animal Crossing, Pokemon Platinum, and I think the rest of it we probably saw on his other list we were just looking at. Twilight Princess, Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger's lame. We don't like Chrono Trigger here. Yakuza. Bro's taken forever. Xenoblade Chronicles. Final Fantasy Rebirth. Kind of embarrassing, bro. And then I think the rest we've seen. Oh my goodness, skip to the end. Jesus Christ. Final Fantasy 14 is now on top. Now, I don't know what Umi Nikon something is, but I'm sure it's cool. Now we've got all these Final Fantasy 14s, all these 7 remakes. Did he even play Final Fantasy 6? That's the one people say is the best one. He's got it at 7. He's got it above Final Fantasy 7 original. That's crazy. Then we got Final Fantasy 8. That one seems pretty cool. Except I think that's the one that the poor Ciclet got lost in. So you can't... Not everybody's perfect. The worst one is this one. And this one. This one. And Final Fantasy 14 Online Original. And Final Fantasy 16 frickin' sucks, apparently. Final Fantasy 5. Final Fantasy... That's 4. I know Roman numerals. I had to read them on WrestleMania cards. He hasn't even played any of the ones I've played. Not cool. You know, this is an okay ranking. Soul Silver's lame. Black 2 is obviously better than Black. Legends Arceus is pretty cool. Obviously, XD is the second best Pokemon game. Colosseum's not that great. Scarlet is obviously one of the best Pokemon games. Sword and Shield is obviously one of the best Pokemon games. And, you know, the back ones are probably true. These games, I barely remember them, but they looked really cool. I do remember that. Fire Red in the middle, that's like, okay. Why is Sun here, but Ultra Sun is down here? Sun and Moon suck, but maybe I'll replay them one day. Where was X and Y? No, here. I still have to finish that game, or the replay I was doing of that game. Oh my goodness, this is an actual great what do you call it? Video essay. I want to hear. I want to see. Have I even ever seen footage of the GameCube Animal Crossing? Probably. But I want to see it again right
When I
now.
think back to the most joyous times of my childhood, everything seems to blur together with
Childhood?
the few sentimental aspects in the foreground. My memories of the early to mid-2000s are almost exclusively taken up by time spent with family, a haze of holiday celebrations.
Is this on the second channel because he got copyrighted for the music or something? Or is he just doing it? No, he's just doing
warm
an
summers
effect.
and trips. But there were several specific pieces of media that defined me during these years, ones that I lost myself in again and again. From the early seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants, where my cousins and sister and I watched the same episodes again and again and found more
Bro, I got those
joy in them
DVDs.
each time, to playing the ever-living hell out of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, I find myself characterizing this period of my life using a few select series that provided me with fun and comfort. But the game that was arguably most important for me during this time was the first Animal Crossing for the Nintendo GameCube. I was
Bro,
the
it
least
looks
of
just
4,000
like all the
playing
other
the game.
ones.
I remember how the first time I booted it up and started a new file, they watched on and explained how lucky I was that I was given the badass-looking flame shirt at the start of the game, and how doubly lucky I was to get the coolest neighbor of them all, Wolfgang. As I slowly discovered the layout of my town, met the neighbors, enjoyed the soundtrack, and began to learn of the style and structure of the game, I found myself becoming absolutely captivated and immersed. I had never seen or imagined anything like it in my, albeit short, life. I was doing the most mundane things, running errands, writing letters, fishing, collecting shells.
Bro, life is short. You ever think
But something
about
about
that?
this game hooked me right in a very specific sort of way. As time went on and I continued to play it, I became enthralled with how wacky and weird it was, with how much personality it had. On weekend mornings, when I was just starting to get
Is
hooked,
every
I
Alexander
found
video
there
the
were ways to
same?
the game that I naturally wasn't aware of, so they always caught me off guard. And then, even aside from these events, there are just layers upon layers of little tiny elements added to the game that really help to immerse. There's a dump, where lost or trash items show up for anyone to take. There are balls that appear around the town that the animals play with. There's a daily glowing spot which contains a bag of bells for the player to dig up.
I'm sure Animal Crossing is very fun and engaging. And, you know, we love it. We got in this stream coming up soon. What is with YouTube recommending me the same goddamn videos? Don't they know what a refresh is? Why is Crash Twinsanity over here? Let's click on the video essays tab and see what it feeds us, huh? When basically all of your movies are masterpieces. Whoa. Emma Stone? She's pretty cool. We Cannot Write. Oh my god, that's the Big Lebowski. And there was a Reservoir Dogs thingy. And it's 5 minutes long. What do you think this video is about?
I don't
Do you
think
think this is clips? Oh no, it's a guy speaking.
I don't think anyone is born with the unique ability to write. I don't think anyone is born with the unique ability to do anything. If you think that you are uniquely gifted in some way, I have bad news. Most or all of us are painfully average, but that's okay because most things in life are a learning process. And if you can dedicate yourself to learning something, you can get good at it. But what makes a great screenwriter? What makes
Is this Irishman music?
a Sorkin a Sorkin? What makes a Tarantino a Tarantino? What makes the Coens the Coens? And what do all three of these and most great writers have in common?
Whoa, let me think. They've got style.
Is it? Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Number one, rhythm. I want you to watch
Whoa, rhythm.
this scene from The Social Network for a second. Just a second.
We're not dating anymore, I'm sorry. Is this a joke? No, it's not. You're breaking up with me? You are going to introduce me to people I wouldn't normally have the chance to meet. What is that supposed to mean? What is it supposed to mean?
The reason we're able to sit here and drink right now is because he used to sleep with the door guy.
The door guy, his name's Bobby. I have not slept with the door guy.
Now this is in 2 times speed, so I don't know. I'm not getting the rhythm.
The door guy's a friend of mine, and he's a perfectly good class of people. And what part of Long Island are you from?
You should never want or try to write like this. Aaron Sorkin has such a unique rhythmic pattern to his dialogue, a pattern that you will never
Whoa, this guy wrote The Social Network and The Big Lebowski? That's
be able to
crazy.
understand or replicate because you are not Aaron Sorkin. But what you should understand is that finding your rhythm, your own rhythm, is how you find your dialogue. Just like them. Tarantino, the Coen,
True. Stop being a copycat.
Sorkin, all write in very specific rhythmic signatures that are unique to them. If you want to write great dialogue, you need to find your own internal rhythmic pattern and lean into that when you're writing. If the rhythm is off, the dialogue is off. Great dialogue is rhythm. Your subject matter can change, your characters can change, your
Oh my God,
situations
he's
can
just
change.
got video.
But as long as that rhythm is there, your dialogue will
Books
always
are
be
not
there as
film?
well.
You sure that's him? Yeah. Positive?
I don't know.
You know you're positive?
I don't know what positive means.
Means you're sure?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yes, I'm sure that's Ellis
Number 2.
God, Django Unchained is so cool.
Consistency. When trying to get some sort of grasp on what makes a great writer, especially things that are actionable for us as individuals, I had to look to the place I usually look to, sports. If we look at writing like a muscle, like building a muscle, the best thing you can do is be consistent. If the gym is our example, simply making sure we're writing every single day, making sure that we're being consistent, is most of the heavy lifting in this process. Because every day you will be getting stronger than the last. Every day spent writing, you will be getting better than the last. And if you keep getting better,
Why is
and you
this
stay
guy
consistent,
giving me
eventually you will
tips?
become good. For someone like Tarantino, it took him 29 life years to become the writer he was. Aaron Sorkin was working as a bartender until he was 28. You need to write until everyone starts talking about how buff you look.
I was waiting because this looks like a professional guy, but this also looks like an old guy that he emulates or something. So it could have said in the description here, I've made 17 movies. I'm the coolest guy
For
ever.
the past 15 minutes now, you've been droning on about names.
Ego.
Toby Wong, Toby Chung.
Number 3, ego. You need to suck, and you need to understand that you suck in order to get better. And you need to surround yourself with people that tell you that you suck.
You guys don't gotta have such big egos out here, okay?
People that are honest. If you want to become a great writer, you need to bury your ego as far away as humanly possible and take every opportunity for criticism as a chance to learn. No one tells you what you're doing wrong or you reject their critique. You're never going to be getting better because you'll never have anything to learn from. Great writers learn. That's what made them great. It was the consistency to show up.
Guys, don't be afraid to fail. You gotta keep that in mind in life. So we've got 2 things on the wheel. Who will give us our next few things? Unbelievable. Oh my goodness, I gotta get back to watching shitty Pokemon episodes. Yay. Oh my goodness, that battery be low. 8%? My goodness gracious me. Sometimes in life things come to an end. Does that say lists? That's not what happens around here. Ordinary RE, Jimmy Donaldson is the greatest writer of our generation. Who do you think Jimmy Donaldson is? Let's look this up real quick. EliteAri's, did you think about what you're going to put on the wheel? We've already got Super Mario Galaxy from Miller the Killer and a tentative, probably, Gurren Lagann from Not Mr. Gems. Oh my goodness, Mr. Beast. We don't like that guy. He killed those kids or something. He's always killing kids, this guy. And I don't appreciate the death of children. I know EliteAri's does. He doesn't care. He goes, pfft. That's puffed. That's pfft. You know? That's how he says it. You've seen his streams. That's what he does. Stop highlighting things. Get this shit out of here. Now, I must end this stream. Oh my god, I'm going to block EliteAri's. Did you see that? I didn't even make that come up. That was God or something. Unreal. You gotta click this button to end the stream, okay?